Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the free agent version of the Enough Said podcast. We are season 6, episode 22. We got some free agency talk. We're going to talk about the impact of the Crosby trade or lack thereof, Eagles free agency so far, and then which teams improved the most or the least. And of course, you know who? AJ Brown. All right, let's hit it. What up, fellas?
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
We got Wednesday night going on here, especially
Wednesday.
for me.
Yeah, Wednesday night. It's all right.
What are you eating, Jermaine? You didn't bring enough to share with all of us? Come on, man.
Fritos, man. Sorry.
Oh, I love
Fritos.
Good stuff right there. At least get some ice cream sandwiches with that, man. Get something.
I'm gonna get a Sprite in a minute.
Oh,
I can find them now.
And for the record, Mike did pass his physical. That's a good thing. So,
yeah.
Might
Money checked out.
need Mike Evans to pass it. So,
Good job.
Yeah. No, I just gotta get him a lead shield. Keep him away from that substation.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. We got the free agent edition here of the podcast. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. We'll start with our usual introductions. So the first one is our physical man up there. So the man hopes the Niners can score a lot of sevens, but they're not going to do it with that 100-year-old Mike Evans.
Well, we'll see. I just want him to be healthy, man. Just like I said, that whole substation theory and all the players getting hurt. I mean, it's the most injured team, and then you got a player who's coming off a key injury. I'm like, man, I just hope he's healthy. If they can get 1 or 2 good years out of him, that'd be great, but we'll see.
All right, we shall see. This next guy, his work schedule lately has made him dizzy. All we hear is him crying about how busy. What up, Trey?
What's up, guys? What's going on? Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild down here, So
Man,
just trying to keep my head above water. That's all,
your dog agrees, man. Your dog agrees. Yo, what up, Hef? Hef getting in here early and often. What up, Hef? We appreciate you jumping on, man. Yo, we got some Commanders talk. By the way, do you guys know the Commanders signed 6 out of the top 100 free agents? And Hef's like, I'm not taking it. I don't like that. 6 out of the top 100 free agents the Commanders signed. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
He spent some money, dude. Spent some dough. But I get it. Hef doesn't have to like the amount that they gave him. They overpaid a little bit. I get it. So, all right, this last guy, since kindergarten, the man has been my buddy. But when it comes to free agency, the man, like Kyle, just needs to study. That's right.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up,
What's
Jerry?
going on, Jay?
What's up?
Yeah.
I don't know why my comment. I gotta figure out why it's so small and it changed color. But I'm saying going in the wrong direction.
Oh man, going in the wrong direction. You saying the Eagles?
Yes, right.
Okay, all right. We'll talk about that. I know Jermaine's got some stuff to say on that on Howie here. So, and let me just get this out front before I really get into it. And I think you guys will all like fall down. And I'll say it to KD too. I've been on Howie's case a lot, but I will have to say that he had restraint. So in the free agency so far, he didn't overpay. He didn't jump in and try to fill something he didn't need. He got a nice cornerback, a little more money probably than he wanted to spend. But if the guy, he does have some upside. He had a little bit of a downshift last year, but think of that cornerback room now. We probably have the best 3 cornerbacks in the league right now. So.
Yeah, if he can play right, he did lead the league in pass interference, and you know what I mean. He's to the point that he can, he does a lot of freelancing and all that stuff. So I'm just shocked, because he was one of the best corners on Seattle, and Seattle's got money. I'm surprised they didn't sign him. re-sign him and stuff. So
well, he got benched in the middle of the season, right?
Yeah, he had moments.
Yeah,
he was the guy that had that man, what was it in the I think it was the Rams game. He had like a
Yep,
dumb
and that's the
penalty.
one he was taunting, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they were like, "Dude, what are you doing?" Yeah,
yeah, yup.
So-
He was the one that was taunting, and then all of a sudden, he went down, and that was what within 45 seconds, all hell broke loose and whatnot. So,
right, because he got burnt on the very next play.
Yeah,
But Puka burned him bad too.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
So
Well,
it
a different beast. So,
but I think him playing, with other good players, so having Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, I guess they'll figure out what they're gonna do with safety. My guess is that, the draft right here is heavy on safeties. Like you can really find a safety almost in any round of the draft. That's pretty good, it seems. So I'm pretty sure Harry will probably go to that and just have someone back there for that. So yeah, I mean, I think it does look like a very good secondary. Definitely, the days of Kelly Ringo and the other cats he had, Adoree Jackson. Don't worry about that no more.
Yo, back to Ringo. What the hell is he still doing on the team? I just don't. What is he? See, this is when I just say, yo, Harry? What are you doing, man? I guess everything after June 1st, you know what I mean? So I guess you can cut him and I don't know, save any money, but I'm surprised he's still on the roster. So.
Yeah, I am too. And you are jumping in, man. We're not going to talk about the NBA, man. We're already talking about the NFL, which is like the next NBA. So, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was
40 points of free throws. Come on, man.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's against the Wizards.
And against the Wizards, man. I mean,
come on, y'all.
What was y'all trying to do? I mean, I was telling my coworker, I said, what was they trying to get him to 100? Like Wilt, you know what I mean? Just to keep him in there, So
he's on the free throw line 40 times, right?
40 times. 40 times, man.
And the whole thing about the NBA tanking, Wizards don't care. They were tanking. Tanking.
Yeah, freaking Trae Young is on the Wizards and hasn't played a game yet.
Right. I feel like at least maybe I'm wrong, but like when Kobe got his 81, it felt like he had earned it. Like it didn't feel like it felt like watching the Wizards. It almost felt like they were just giving points away. Like
exactly.
They said, just go ahead and score. I don't remember Kobe's being like that, where I feel like he got 81 and it was all like, they wanted to stop him, they just couldn't. you know.
But hey, the man scored 83 points, so
he's in the record books.
More power to him. Well, let's get back to the Eagles for a second in their free agency. We'll talk about Max Crosby in a second. However, let me ask you guys a question, and this is Dre's gonna reach through the screen and punch me. Yeah. If Ian Rappaport says AJ Brown does not want to be here, okay, chances are they might trade him after June 1. If they do, and you get Max Crosby for a first, and you get a first back for AJ Brown, maybe a third and a player, would you guys be happy with that?
I'm not happy with this whole thing. I'm glad Jalen Phillips left. You know what I mean? He got overpaid. Mm-hmm. That was ridiculous. For somebody that's age broken. I'm not upset of what the people that left the Eagle. I'm not mad at Kobe Dean. I'm not mad at Reed Blankenship and all that stuff. But it really, at this point, it really doesn't matter. I'm not too high on Max Crosby. You know what I mean? How old is he?
29, I think.
Is
it 29? So what? You're gonna get 2 more years?
Yeah,
you're gonna get at least 2 more years. I mean, nah. Just stick to the draft. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. Stick to the draft.
Yeah, and I'm not jumping through the roof. I mean, trade AJ Brown, sure. At first, we all know that Howie wanted the first round pick and he wants the second round pick, and New England said no. I mean, like Jermaine said, I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's like I was thinking, okay, if you keep him, do you deal with the shenanigans that he's been doing? I mean, he is the top receiver. He does, but I would say, Sal, to answer your question, no, I wouldn't do that deal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily a deal with the Raiders. It's like you'd be swapping out basically AJ Brown for a pass rusher, pretty much is what you'd be doing, and maybe get like a third round pick in a player because it
What
would
you
even
need,
out, right?
what you need to do, I'm tired of looking at the defense. What you need to do is you got to
Yeah,
shore up this offense. You got to
yeah,
shore up this
I agree.
offense, man. You
Offensive.
know, I mean,
Mhm.
you got a new offensive coordinator. You got all these people coming in here,
Right.
and y'all still worrying about the defense. You're fine. I mean, you're to a point now. This year, yeah, you're probably going to get up some more points that you have before. You know, because you don't know what's going on with Jalen Carter. Are they going to extend him like they did Jordan Davis?
Mm-hmm.
You know, find another edge rush. You know, find another edge rusher. Yeah, just like you said, Sal. You know, Howie didn't panic. Howie didn't overpay. You know what I mean? And somebody in here and all that stuff. You know, and like I said, I'm Howie. He's going to get this thing straight. He's going to get it straight. He's got to play, but he'll get it straight.
Yeah. Cool. So let's get into some of the other free agents that are still out there. Let's talk about the Matt Crosby situation since we just mentioned him a moment ago. What do the Raiders do at this point? I mean, what's his value at this point? I mean, the knee is questionable. The offer was what, 2 first-round picks? I don't see Oakland getting that for him now. How can teams work with the Ravens moving forward with this? It's a mess. Like, I don't know what his value is at this point.
With Las Vegas. It's funny to me. There was like, well, shouldn't you make sure he passed the physical first? But
yeah,
but
Right.
it's yeah, Crosby. It's a hit on his part. You know, trying to get the most of what he needs to get. You know, money wise, player wise. I don't know what the Raiders. You know, Las Vegas Raiders are going to do. Keep him, maybe trade him. You know, during the middle. You know, before the deadline.
Yeah,
I don't know.
at this point, you can't keep him. I mean, you know, he
No,
already
yeah.
wanted out. He already wanted, you know, he wanted out during the season. You know, so I mean, we talk about AJ Brown being a distraction. There's no way you can have Crosby going into that season, man. That's a major distraction. You know.
yeah. Couple of comments
Yeah.
I want to hear from Mike. So Eagles got to throw Crosby some other green if they want him. Hef says AJ Brown's a distraction in Philly, but Howie wants too much for him. Interesting. Hef also says, is AJ Brown better than T.O. to some Eagles fans? And a user said his value better than Tua and Kirk Cousins. Interesting. But on a Mike Crosby, what's his value at this point? Other GMs going to shy away from him, Mike? What's going on?
Well, I think the Raiders are just might have to wait it out a little bit. I mean, I know they spent a lot of money, but I think they can still kind of sit well on his contract. I think they could pay him if they had to, but it just will hurt other things. But I think right now they almost have to wait it out a little bit to see how he recovers with that knee. You know, I at this point I have to take it that the Ravens were legit on something. You know that.
I
You
agree.
know, whatever physical they did must have been more than what maybe the Raiders did or someone else did.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
because I mean, it is a lot to have to go and do an about face, and, you know, and be like, oh, you know, we didn't going to deal. I mean, it is a bad look, so I sure hope it was like getting a bad look is worth it. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think there's something there. I don't know if you guys, Jermaine, you didn't see about something like little text messages because, you know, when this is tears, something that my daughter has, so I learned a whole lot about the different kind of tears, you know, that kind of stuff and how it heals and blood flow and all that kind of stuff that affects how. I don't know, you know, if Crosby is going through some of that. I mean, he's early into the recovery, but they could have seen something and just said, well, if you're 8 weeks after surgery, you should be able to do this, this, and this. And then they may have tested that and he couldn't do this, this, and this. And they're like, you're not going to get there. I mean, it is a big investment, you know, 2 first-round picks. And if the guy can't play more than a half a season or something like that because his knees always bother him, you know,
screwed.
you don't want that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Mike. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, yeah, everybody's blasting the Ravens and all that stuff, but hey, they did their due diligence and they, you know, they did what they had to do before today because what? Free agency is officially today. Officially started at 4:00. Hey, You know, something's there, and nobody's not talking about it. So I guess going forward, I said once everything relaxes, calms down and all that stuff, they're not getting a first round pick. They'll probably, other teams is like, I'll give you a 4th rounder.
Unless they can demonstrate, if they can wait it out and give him more time to recover, and then they can demonstrate that, look, he looks good, then maybe someone will say, all right, I'll give you something for him. But I think right now, unless they're desperate, if the Raiders are desperate and like, well, he's going to take whatever we can get, I think they just have to wait and just be able to show a better product out of Max Crosby and be like, look, he's healthy, we want a 1 for him, maybe not 2 1s, maybe it'll just be 1 or maybe a 2nd round or something like that. Still a decent pick, but just not 2 1s.
Yeah, Hef agrees. Ravens are a shoddy organization for the bluff offer. They knew he was coming off that injury all along. Yeah, potentially. But the Ravens also now, they lost a lot of players. They traded a lot of players away to make room for him. So they're going to have some repercussions here that they're going to have to really build their roster back up a little bit. Well, your boy Lamar, Dre, is going to have another rough playoff season.
Well, no, they traded. I mean, they signed Trey, didn't they?
They signed Trey Henderson for a 4-year, $112 million.
He's 31, right?
$60 million.
Yes, he's older. Yeah.
So they signed him.
And he got injury too.
And then they got a safety, Jalen Hawkins, 2-year, $10 million. So that's defense, and then offensive guard, John Simpson, and then of course they got another tight end, but Durham Smith. So,
and I agree. I mean, I hear what Hef is saying, and I know it's one of those things that we just don't know what we don't know kind of things. Like everyone from the outside can see something, and the people on the inside, we don't know what the Raiders said about Crosby, and his condition. So when he did show up for physical, because all these deals all pending physical. I mean, we always see that. It's like this deal is pending physical. So someone could have got misled. I mean, it is possible that the Ravens are just just bootleg organization. I don't think Ozzie Newsome would do this. Eric DaCosta and stuff. I don't know, but it's just such a gamble, to do something like this, knowing all the public shaming and everything you're going to get, all the headache going to get now going forward with agents and people who want to do deals and all that kind of stuff. So I just feel like if you're going to do it, it's got to be worth it. So I have to take it. They did it, because Dew wasn't going to really work out for them,
There was rumors out there that the Packers weren't being honest about Jair Alexander too when he came to the Eagles, that he was really a lot worse than they thought he was, and so the Eagles were kind of ticked at that too. So there seems like to be a lot of some shady stuff going on a little bit now. Interesting to see how teams do go forward.
I think sometimes people look at it, I think it's like looking at a used car or something like that. You're getting a car, so it's you're just kind of like trying to tell yourself, oh, it's just a little scratch and dent. It's no big deal. Right? And then you drive it and you find it's a lemon and you're just kicking yourself like, man, I really knew it wasn't good, but they sold it really good, or you saw all the potential, what you could do with something. And I mean, we knew Jair. I mean, he always was hurt. I mean, when the Ravens got him, I was just like, man, that dude ain't gonna help you. And, the Eagles got him. It's like, he ain't gonna help you. He ain't help nobody.
Let's talk about the big free agent spenders. How about them Cowboys? Every year, man, he comes out, Jerry Jones, we're gonna make a big splash in free agency. Well, here we go again.
No, it's only the 3rd day. I mean, it's only the 2nd day.
Who's left? So who's left? We'll get to this.
They still,
they got Rashawn Gary, and who else did they pay for?
Hang on, there was a few. Give me 1 second.
Wait, I have it up here if you want me to look.
I know Gary was probably the biggest signing, which I've read. I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys have some decent, like we just traded and got one of their guys that was pretty pretty good, but
they signed Sam Howell, Mike. Rashid Gary was a trade, so Jalen Thompson 3-year deal. He was a safety. Aubrey obviously got re-signed. PJ Locke 1 year, $5 million, another safety. I mean, Rashard.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say. I mean, if you notice, the Cowboys, I don't know what it is. They actually do find good defensive linemen, and it's not how they let them go. You know, like DeMarcus Lawrence, went from Seattle, had a great year. He was a Cowboy, right? And was like, I gotta get out of here. I'll never win a championship. Michael Parson, we got a guy from them. And then they somehow bring in guys that aren't as good as the guys that let go. It's just very strange. Got to add another defensive tackle. I think they let go in this free agency this year. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Jerry's spending some money.
All right, let's talk about Hef's team, the Commanders. He was upset about it. Hef, I know there's a delay in the chat, Hef, but tell us what you're upset about. They signed Mariota, wide receiver Traylon Burks. Obviously, they got a tight end in Okanowo. They got Laramie Tunsil. 2 years.
Well, they re-signed him. Yeah, they had him. They just extended him.
Right.
Or re-signed him. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like they got the edge, right? Chiasson. They got him. They got Chanel, right? Leo Chanel, 3-year, 24.75. That was a good pickup. I think he's going to be good. Nick Cross, 2 years, $14 million. But here's the biggest one: Tress Way, the punter. They re-signed him to 1-year contract. So,
yeah. He is one of the best punters in the league, though.
Yeah. Jake Moody.
Yeah, Jake Moody. Have said before, I think he was more upset that he wanted a running back. I think. And he's one of my biggest surprises. We're going to talk about surprise in a second. Kenneth Walker, guys, to the Chiefs.
I think that was
That's a heck of a for Kansas City. That was nice.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. That was that's the big smash right there.
But looking at this list, back to the Commanders. Look at this list back to the Commanders. It looked like just a bunch of pawns, honestly.
A bunch of what?
Pawns, on the board.
Oh, okay.
No rook, It's okay, and I see why Hef might be saying, "Man, this ain't really that great." But
well, they're in an interesting position because they had a bunch of aging people, and then they thought they had opportunity last year because of how they did the first year, and so they got so far ahead of schedule and got back kind of like on schedule. But then they had so much old, I wouldn't say old people, but they're aging players that they almost got to really go back to being young again. So I think they really do need to go through the draft a lot. They can't go in this season, expecting like with the first year where they were kind of like the surprise hit. I think they got to kind of have like a real, smack in the face, like, all right, this is going to be a tough, real reset kind of year, but we're starting to build. We're going to build the right way, which is through the draft. Instead of getting in free agents and older players and having these contracts, the Von Millers and the Bobby Wagners and all that kind of stuff, where it's like you can't do that again. So I'm not surprised they didn't really splurge on free agency. I mean, I know they got the money to do it; they could have, but I think they're focused on building differently.
Yep.
All right, let's talk real quick, guys. We'll wrap up the NFC East here about our friends, the New York Giants. It is likely that Isaiah signed with him for 3 years, $40 million. So Isaiah likely is now a New York Giant. I like the Tremaine Edmonds signing, 3 year, $36 million. So that's a nice pickup for them. Same with Mika McFadden. He just resigned though on a 1-year deal. But I think those were the big three. I think likely I was kind of hoping the Eagles maybe might try to take a run at him, but maybe they have a better idea. So,
the Eagles re-signed Kala. They re-signed what's the name? The tight end back to Dallas.
The Eagles.
Yeah, they re-signed him.
Grant Tarantula, and they signed another tight end.
He can't block. I don't know why they did that. He can't block. It's like, what are you doing? And then you sign somebody else to a 1 year, another tight end. So it sounds like Dallas ain't Goddard's not coming back, but. Back to what you were saying, Sal, with the Isaiah Likely, boy, that would have been a nice fit in Philly, but, it is what it is. So
Hef says he wanted the Commanders to replace Debo and Dobbs and all the running backs that were signed. He said the Ravens are following Harbaugh. Giants signed Pat Richard. Yep, that's true. They will have a great run game. Richard's the fullback, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a fullback. So... yeah, I mean, look, I think the NFC East. I mean, if the Eagles think they're going to walk all over it like they did last year, I do not think it's going to be the case. Do I think other teams can win the division? I don't know, but it's not going to be a cakewalk like it was last year. I will say that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we also got to remember, it's not free agency, but technically it's still a big contract, but the Cowboys, got George Pickens on the franchise tag.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's probably will change into a long-term deal of some sort. I think now that you're seeing all these receivers like Dobbs, and the deals they're getting, the 17, 20 mil a year kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where Pickens will wind up. I don't think he'll pay him as much as CeeDee Lamb, but I think he will get a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, let's real quick, guys. We'll shift to Kansas City here. Interesting that they signed Walker. That's really what they needed. They have some weapons on offense now. I mean, you get Mahomes and Walker and those wide receivers that the Chiefs have. That's not a bad offense.
Well, it sounds like what's his name is a head case. You know what I mean? He got in trouble again. That wide receiver. What was his name? Rice.
Oh, Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's a head case. So
yeah.
They retained they retained Thornton, which is a deep threat. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I think the running back was huge, and now Pacheco, he's gonna be pretty much backing up Kenneth.
Yep.
So yeah.
No, I thought Pacheco was gone.
Oh, is he gone? Okay, sorry.
No, they sent him to
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where did he? Because he went to Detroit. He's now the I guess he's
behind
Knuckles,
what's the name?
Right? Yeah, because Gibbs, Sonic
Gibbs,
and Montgomery now is in
Montgomery
Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think was pretty good signing for them.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
Texans made a lot of moves, actually. Honestly, unfortunately for them, the biggest thing that they got to worry about is their quarterback. They got everyone great around him. But if he's still shell shocked, I mean, the whole thing's gonna fall apart.
Yeah. Let's talk about Minnesota, guys. There's been a lot of chatter here on the quarterback situation in Minnesota. So there's all rumors that are going on. Kyler Murray potentially could end up in Minnesota. Are they just giving up on JJ McCarthy at this point?
No, I don't understand why. I mean, the man was hurt his rookie year, and then this is last season. This is considered his rookie year. Why? I don't know. That's just I don't know. Why would
it was that bad though?
I get it.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I think really it is? I think, when people start talking about, man, y'all are wasting Justin Jefferson in his prime with this quarterback who can't get him the ball. And you start hearing that kind of stuff and you start thinking, man, maybe we need to go ahead and get, a better quarterback. Don't have to be a star quarterback, but just someone that's just got the experience so that you're not wasting some of your offensive talent that when JJ arrives, maybe, you're not just stuck. So yeah, I think they want to get someone that can take the job or at least maybe push JJ. We'll see. I thought they were going to take Tua. Honestly, I feel like Tua is a better quarterback, even though he's riskier, because of his head condition and stuff. But I just think physically, I think he's just a better passer, better overall quarterback. I know he can't really scramble much, but I just think he's a better quarterback. And I think in Minnesota, Kevin McCarthy would have done a pretty good job of working with him. I just don't know about Kyler, man. He's the only choice they got, but I just don't feel sold like he's the guy for that team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what?
Lots of rumors.
Yeah, F made a good one. That David Montgomery in Houston. That's a problem. Yeah, he's right. Yeah. That's a problem. Now he don't have to look. Montgomery don't have to look over. Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not sharing the rock with anybody because they let Mixon go, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah, he has to let go. Yeah,
I thought that was a good signing by Houston. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got to play. I mean, Tank Dell is supposed to possibly come back. Of course, Nico Collins be there. I think they had 2 other rookie receivers that have got better. So
man, that's a gruesome injury, man. I don't know about. Yeah, he'll come back, but what kind of player will he be? Jesus.
Yeah. No? We'll see. And they got the tight end is pretty good too. Like I said, the problem is the quarterback. No matter what you put around him, man, if he don't have no confidence and ain't getting that confidence back, it's gonna fall apart. And I don't think they got a backup plan.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys.
They signed our guy Blankenship. So
Blankenship, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. I mean, like I love Blankenship, but as a
24
back,
million? That was 24 million, wasn't it?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, and
And what's Phillips
Yeah, it's
signed
right
for
there.
was
Yeah,
insane.
3 years,
yeah,
24,
that's
a little over $7 million. 8 years.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
that's too
Howie's
much.
not going to pay that. No,
No,
Mm-mm.
no,
no.
no.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of slow myself, but
Let me ask you guys this. So big one in Miami. Malik Willis was the big talk of the free agency. He ends up in Miami. How you guys see him doing down
I
there?
don't say. I mean, everybody's like, yeah, Malik Willis, Malik Willis. I mean, dude only started like 6, 7 games in his career. I mean, what's the big deal? You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah,
that's the
I
big
He got
splash from
3
Miami.
years,
right.
67 mil.
I think
Mhm.
I think it's kind of the hope that he'll be like Jimmy G, or someone. You know how you always those classic backup quarterbacks that are just
Yeah,
sitting there and they just never going to get a shot because of who they're behind,
yeah,
and so this is their shot. So I think that's where they're looking at Malik Willis is all right, because he was a starter in he got drafted by the Titans, and him and was it Will Levis were together,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
didn't really. He was kind of a risky player. I think he came out of Liberty, and they were just kind of like, yeah, he's a project. He may or may not do well in the league. So, I mean, I'm happy for him to get a chance you know, to finally develop. I think it's one of those things that he just needed time in the league to get good, and he got good coaching too. I think up there in
yeah,
Green Bay. So we'll see. I mean, the
yeah.
people who were in Green Bay are now down in Miami. So they, the GM I think in Miami came from the Green Bay area, and he's familiar with Malik. So it was all like, yeah, you're coming with us. So at least there's some familiarity there.
Yeah. And my favorite guy is Geno Smith. Back to the Jets. Here we go.
Gino.
Man,
Gino's back where he started.
you gotta feel bad for the dude. Like, why? I mean, like, come on, man. Like, what are you gonna do with that team? They're rebuilding. They got first round draft picks, a lot of first round draft picks, but it's gonna take them a while, man. Like, don't
Yeah,
I don't know.
you know?
it's
Aaron
like
Glenn,
in Seattle.
man, he on the hot seat.
I heard, when he was in Seattle, that he could have stayed, and that
Mhm.
he chose the league because he wanted to go with Pete Carroll to the Raiders. And then you saw that work out. They had no offensive line. They had no idea what they were doing. And you saw what Geno looked like when he's on a bad team. And so now he's going to another bad team. And I'm just like, I can't expect him to play good because he's on a bad team. I mean,
Yeah, he's not.
it's just bad. I mean, they have made some moves, but so I mean, they have made a couple competent free agency moves and stuff like that. But man, I just feel like this just sending Geno to die. Like he died once in New York, and he's gonna die again in New York. It's like double tap. Like it's like, yeah, you back for more. Okay, we'll show you when you're out of town again. Golly,
to me, he's kind of fizzling out like T-Mobile, like Tyrod Taylor.
yeah.
Tyrod was at the Jets. I mean, same thing. Man.
If I was Geno, I would have been hitting up Atlanta. Atlanta did settle on Tua. I mean, but Geno could go on to Atlanta and challenge Penix and be like, in that offense with those players and then his scrambling ability. I think he would have done well there. But I mean, just he's not a player that can carry a bad team. If he's on a bad team, he's just gonna go on and be bad with it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll prove me wrong, but I feel I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, Jermaine, this one's for you because I know you said Josh Allen had his chance last year. DJ Moore in Buffalo. Does Josh finally get his guy that gets him over the top?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I thought they were really going to make a big splash in wide receiver. But DJ Moore, second tier. I don't think he can. I don't think DJ can. I don't think he's good, but I think Josh still needs that tier 1 wide receiver, and DJ Moore is not that tier 1.
Yeah. Says hand the ball off to Hall and lose. Probably.
Yeah, that's a guy I feel bad for. I mean, Breece Hall. I mean,
Brees Hall.
They
Yeah,
tagged
I
him,
mean,
didn't they?
he's
Did they tag him?
stuck,
Yeah.
man. He's stuck right
They
now.
tagged
yeah,
him.
he
Don't feel
is
too
stuck.
bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
he said he's stuck.
you know, you feel bad. Like, you know, that's
Yeah.
a guy that on the right team. That's why I wish Kansas City had made the move for him, you know, last year and gave up a third for him.
Yeah,
'Cause I just think that he would have been a good fit for them.
yeah,
You know, yeah, it's a shame he's stuck there.
yeah,
Yeah, he really did.
yeah.
Pittsburgh guys,
That's like
interesting.
what?
The Steelers, man,
Crazy.
no quarterback, but they got Rico Dow, they got Michael Pittman now, you know, obviously in there.
Where
Signed
did Rico go, Sal?
re-signed. So
Where did Rico go?
Pittsburgh
Oh,
Steelers.
he went to Pittsburgh. Okay.
2
Kenneth
years.
Gainwell, where did he go? I saw his name. Where did he go?
Who's this?
Oh, Gainwell.
Gainwell, I don't think
Gainwell,
it's
what
got
he-
picked up yet.
He,
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he's
did.
signed
He
yet.
got
he
signed.
did.
Yeah, he signed. Yeah, I saw it, but I forgot which team it was.
Gainwell got picked up by Tampa Bay.
Yes.
He
okay.
did? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I missed that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's funny that the Steelers got Pittman and they don't have a they don't have a quarterback yet. Which is really interesting. And Danny Dimes, fellas.
Danny Dimes. That's
Danny
your boy,
Dimes.
Mike.
Why?
That's your boy.
Why?
That's your boy, Mike.
Why?
That's
Oh
your
my
boy.
god. I mean, I
Rode on
get
his
it.
coattail till you couldn't do it anymore.
Danny Dimes, 2 years,
2 years.
$88 million, can be worth up to $100 million with incentives, and $60 million of it's guaranteed.
Wow.
Getting that Kirk Cousins money.
I was gonna say he's like Kirk Cousins
Getting up
Jr.,
there.
man. They went to
Yep.
the Kirk Cousins school of hustling, man.
Yep.
He just
Kirk Cousins said,
paid.
"Come on over. Well, I'll show you how to do it."
Right when you look, then you want to get rid of you, you play well, so they pay you again. You know, go to some other team. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that team. I mean, I guess they had not a lot of choice in the matter. I mean, I guess they could have franchised him, or done some other kind of creative tag stuff. But, you know, them giving up the 2 first-round picks, for Sauce Gardner. I mean, that kind of locked them in to having to stick with what they got.
Yeah, it was bad. So, all right, let's talk about some of the remaining free agents still on the board that are not yet signed. Some of the best available ones. Kyler Murray technically is still unsigned. He's number 4. Rasheed Walker is number 19. So offensive tackle, which Eagles typically though Eagles don't overpay for tackles, but he might be somebody interesting in if the price is right. Your boy Jawan Jennings ranking 42 there, Mike.
Yeah.
Doesn't have 29 years old. Some of the other ones on here, Joey Bosa, obviously age 31, a little over the top, but he's still a good player. Kirk Cousins, age 38.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs. Any takers for Diggs, guys? Wide receiver, age 38.
Yeah, jail.
Yeah,
That's who's going to pick him
Go to
up.
jail.
That's who's going to sign him.
Yeah, I forgot he's got legal.
Yeah,
trouble.
he's
you're
that's
right.
why they cut him.
Yeah.
That's why they cut him.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because it would seem like he would come to the Commanders. You know how the Hefman's talking about it, but you know him being in Maryland, you know, he went to school in Gaithersburg and what from the area, it'd be kind of fitting for him to come home. But
Yeah.
you know, it does have a lot of baggage right now.
A pending legal matter. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, puts there. Right. Could you imagine? He show up and they're like, "Yeah, we reneged on the deal. We found out he's going to jail." It's like, oh man.
And yes, that's right. The Steelers want Rodgers back, man. No BS. That is true. Tyreek Hill will be a Bill.
I don't think
maybe,
Tyreek's coming
but
back, man.
I
That's
don't
an
even know.
injury.
Yeah, I think Tyreek's injury is just as bad as Tank Dell's.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back. Other free agents, number 56, obviously Aaron Rodgers. Debo, it comes in at 61. Kevin Zeitler, 65. Kevin Zeitler, sorry, offensive guard, another guard. He's 36 years old, kind of a big veteran. Hassan Reddick, former Eagle, 31. He comes in at number 70. Rashid White, he's interesting from the Bucks. He's only 27 years old. He's got a lot of life left. Dallas Goedert comes in at 73. He's 31 years old. Some of the other ones in here, I'm just scrolling down. Trevon Diggs, cornerback, age 27, guys. He's been I don't know. Brutal
He felt hard.
his unhappiness. Yeah, he really did fall hard. Any takers for Trevon
Yeah.
Diggs? Only 27, guys.
I am surprised by that.
Mhm.
He only
I think
played.
it was
He didn't play that many games last year, right? He got hurt
right.
or
He
the year
had the
before.
injury, but he was. I think he was a Pro Bowl corner for the
Yeah.
for the
He was
Cowboys. I mean,
he was good at
he got a big
Dallas.
contract
Yeah,
and everything, and then jeez, the life comes
yeah.
at you fast.
And Michael liked this one. Number 97, Mike, age 34, quarterback. Do you know who he is?
34.
Age 34. Number
Jimmy
97.
G.
Played for the
No,
Rams.
no, no. Not
Jimmy
Jimmy.
G. Jimmy G.
Wow, Jimmy G is 34 now. Oh my God, I feel
34
old.
years old.
God,
He's
He backed up
56.
Matthew Stafford
Yeah.
last year. And then, guys, number 99, Chauncey.
Yeah. I see Gardner.
Yeah, man. Number
Yeah.
99, guys.
I don't know.
So,
I'll be curious to see if
Oh,
how he decides to get to replace Jahan Dotson. That number 3 receiver. Part of me, and I would hate to see it happen, but part of me thinks they might actually look like Juan Jennings. I feel like it'd be an ultimate betrayal, but it's money talks. But he is a tough player, man. And he does make that third down, gotta have it kind of catch to extend drives. I mean, he's a solid player. So I don't know how he's considering that or not for a number 3 receiver. I mean, I think he might want to be a higher receiver, like a number 2 or a 1, but the longer this goes on, the less the chance that he's going to get that. So he might just want to catch on with a team that actually has a chance to go somewhere.
yeah. All right. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it, Mike. Our boy got cut from the Denver Broncos. You know who I'm talking about. Our favorite linebacker, man.
Yep, Dre. Yep.
What
Too
happened?
many injuries, man. Too many injuries.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, that's why San Francisco, unfortunately, didn't try to re-sign him. And he was mad about it, but he can't stay healthy, and it stinks. It's just like in that Super Bowl, when he injured himself, like, man, who pulls their Achilles in the Super Bowl is jumping on the field. I mean, it's just unfortunate. I mean, I would like to see him come back, just like I'd like to see Debo honestly come back to San Francisco, but just for cheap, just to see if they still got something left to contribute. Because they know the system, they know offense, all this stuff. They did play well, but we'll see if any of that stuff happens.
All San Fran needs is McCaffrey, because that's the only person who touches the ball anyway.
Yeah, they're trying to do everything possible to try to eliminate that happening. Because man, that was a lot of work last year.
Yeah, Hef has an interesting point. I was looking at him, Wendell Robinson from the Giants. That's a great point. I was hoping that they would sign him.
Didn't he sign?
I think he might have. I think he did.
I thought Wendell Robinson went to. Well, let me look it up.
I was hoping they
I don't really remember him too much for some reason, but I remember hearing about.
Yeah,
Titans.
Yeah, did he go to Titans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he went 4 years. $78 million, 4 years.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, that's
nice.
He's that
Nice.
good? I maybe I don't know why I don't seem to remember him as being. I guess I don't know why.
Yeah. Huh. But yeah. Juwan Jennings could go to New England. I still think New England's in on the AJ Brown if it's the right value. I don't think New England wants to give up a first and a second. I think they're going to try for a first and a third and a player. And the question is, will Howie take that?
Yeah. But they also got Dobbs too, right? I mean, Romeo Dobbs went there.
Well, Romeo went to New England, yeah. So that was huge.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're still in the
I don't
AJ
know,
Brown
man,
sweepstakes now.
because the whole, Adam Schefter and all them are saying like they don't think New England's going to be interested now in that deal, and that's the only one, honestly. And I think we're going, we'll see what happens with AJ.
You think he goes to Buffalo? What if he goes with that could be interesting. AJ goes to Buffalo.
I don't think AJ's going anywhere.
Yeah,
I think that ship is sailed.
Yeah.
I think it needed to happen the first day of free agency, like a big splash. Like someone had to be kind of like, "Oh, I love this guy. I'll give you the world for him." And when no one did that, I think that was pretty much it. I mean, unless unless he becomes such a distraction that Howie's like, I just gotta get rid of him for something.
Right.
He's not making that move. I wouldn't make that move.
Well,
like, you're staying right here.
I don't think he's making it now. I think he gets better value money wise too if he does it after June 1st. I think he's going to wait. I think he's going to wait it out a little bit. Question is, what other teams like New England did get receivers that kind of push him out of the market by then? So, and if not, look, AJ stays and he's going to have to play hard. If he's here, he's here. He might not want to be here, but he is still an Eagle. He's still got to play. And, hopefully he can get it together because they're going to need him on the offense if they.
So I would say real quick, one thing about free agency that we haven't really considered is, the teams, the guys that the teams have lost, what the impact is. Like Travis Etienne, no longer being on Jacksonville. What does that do for them and their offense, or in particular, Trevor Lawrence, who, was his comeback player of the year last year.
Mm-hmm.
Does that impact his productivity now? So there's some other teams, Seattle lost, like you say, lost Reek Woolen. They lost a couple of guys who were, Kenneth Walker. How do they handle now without having those players? Like, is Zach Charbonnet going to be the guy in Seattle now to carry the load? He got hurt right there in the playoffs. Who's going to fill that role for Kenneth Walker now? So there are some key people that moved that, the void's going to be felt on the team they left. And so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Hef says Howie knows ain't nobody giving you all first and second for today. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's got to be the right value. So.
Like, I think one of the big ones, I know you guys talked about it, but I don't know what the heck Lamar's going to do without Isaiah Likely. I mean, that kid, I would have kept him over Andrews personally. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that's going to really come back to bite them. Unless they could find somebody in the draft or something like that. I thought he was pretty productive. So, I mean, I think that's going to be a big loss.
Isn't Pitts from Atlanta still
I agree with that because how often is he going to start targeting, Zach? I mean, what's the name?
Flowers?
Flowers. Yeah, Zay Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I know they got a new offense because they got new coaching and everything like that. But, we'll see how that works out. Speaking of coaching, I know there was definitely some coaches and stuff that I think last time we talked, people got hired that were pretty interesting. Like Harbaugh taking Matt Nagy from the Chiefs to be offensive coordinator. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going to be in charge of trying to get Jackson Dart to not get knocked out. Getting popped. And then Eric Bieniemy coming back to Kansas City, like, all right, we're gonna run that again. Hopefully that works out. So there definitely was some interesting, coaching moves on the coordinator front that happened. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's end up really quickly here, guys. Last part of the discussion here. Which teams got better and which teams do you think took a step back? We'll just kind of go around the horn real quick. Jermaine, what do you think? Any teams got really better with free agency so far, and which teams kind of you think still need some help?
I'm impressed with KC, with Walker. I mean, I heard Mike was like, we'll see, but I think they need that running back, and I know KC is not finished yet, so I'll put KC in the front as far as if what's his name comes back, Mahomes supposed to come back, we'll see. But the back end, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. It's only, like I said, it's only the third day. Come see me in about a few weeks and see where everybody's at, so or even after the draft, when the draft comes up in April. So
yeah. Dre, who do you think?
I'm gonna take Houston.
You're gonna take Houston?
I think Houston. Yeah, I think Houston did a pretty good job, man. Getting Montgomery and Blankenship, and then they signed defensive lineman Logan Hall to a 2-year, $7 million. So they're trying to beef that up there. But then they also got an edge rusher too, Dominique Robinson. So they signed him to a 1-year deal. It's funny though how they're moving toward defense, knowing that the offensive line still needs help. They only signed one guy. offensive linemen. But I still think overall, I like what they're doing. I think Houston is good. I'm gonna say I'm gonna exempt Philly because we know that like Howie, his MO is really draft picks, not free agency. But to me, I would probably say Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh did.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say in terms of the team that got better, honestly, I mean, they gave a lot for it, but I think the Rams, them we're getting Trent McDuffie, and I think they got another corner as well. If you saw them last year, I mean, how many games did they either almost lose or lose because their corners just were letting people run wide open behind them? So that had to change. So yeah, I think they instantly improved their defense on that front. In terms of teams that I think may have taken a step back, I think Seattle may have lost some key guys, especially Kenneth Walker, but there were some other people like Woolen and some other guys that I think were contributors that they be noticeably missed. Eagles a little bit, I know you guys are like, Reed Blankenship and Kobe Dean and stuff like that, but they were some quality guys. I mean, they were starters, so now that they're gone, you're going to have to fill those shoes with somebody else, probably with a rookie. So we'll see if that's a big enough impact to set them back where they come back, like you said, to the rest of the division where they're no longer running away with it. And I guess Washington is the other one I'm still like. I mean, I kind of do agree with Hef a little bit. Like, you can't feel excited. You just can't feel excited right now for that team. You just can't.
Yeah, I agree. I think I had the Chiefs as well. I had the Rams as well. Interestingly, my favorite is Jermaine's hometown, man, Atlanta. We got Tua, we got Dotson, Olamide Zacchaeus, Kyle Pitts.
They did load up. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta did load up. I mean, that
come on,
that team should win the division. Honestly, I think between them and the Saints, and I know people don't believe in the Saints, but I think those are the two teams I watch out for.
With these Saints again, come on.
I think Tampa Bay is a team that's taking a step back, and I think Mike Evans leaving, and I know he's older and stuff, but I think that kind of sent a message a little bit of y'all ain't gonna win with Todd Bowles, so I'm out of here, and I think that's settling in a little bit. Baker's great, but Baker might be starting to expire a little bit. And then Carolina, I know they're loading up, man. Bryce Young is only going to take you so far. I'm sorry, the kid's got limitations.
Shake and bake, man. He's always going to have his pick at the worst time. That's the thing. That's the only thing, man. He's going to have a turnover. So that's it.
Mike Evans is one hit away being in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think he's definitely is. Look, this is like the last hurrah to get any kind of ring or in close to a ring, even. And
what did they pay him? What did they pay him? Like?
I think it was like 17 mil average. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I mean, it was a good chunk of money. But I think it's a guarantee. But it wasn't backbreaking. I mean, I didn't feel too terrible about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can give 1-2 solid, like great Mike Evans type of years, the guy that always catches, all the crazy balls, and gets open, I'm expecting him to be a deep threat. But if he can just be that guy that always gets open, like an Anquan Bolden was for the Niners back in the day, I'll take that for sure. But y'all remember Mike Evans last year in that playoff game? I mean, he was heated because they were like, there's no way we should be losing this game. And then when they lost, I mean, he was mad. Like, he really had that DeMarcus Lawrence kind of experience, like with the Cowboys. We said, I'm never going to win here, So he's like, I got to go somewhere that at least has a chance, So, yeah. And I think other players in Tampa are feeling kind of the same way. Like, we're just not going to win here. That Todd Bowles look, right, Jermaine?
It wasn't as bad as I was when Jermaine told me not to start Mike Evans in fantasy football, and the guy went off for like 50 points.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I picked him up that week, and Jermaine's like, "Why did you pick him up? You're not starting him." You lit it up. I should have trusted my instincts.
Yeah. I see. Have 1-2 years like I'm on drugs. Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully our GM is kind of smart.
Jermaine, he got 16.3 million guaranteed.
Oh, it's
Oh,
guaranteed. 16 for
Jermaine.
Yeah. All right.
16.3.
Oh, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Mike Evans.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like to see him and Shanahan's offense. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
he's been in the same place for years, so it's one of the things he might go and be like, "Dang, I never knew life was like this," or he might be like, "He ain't no good outside of Tampa Bay." I don't know. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
I mean, what are you going to do with Tua down there? You're going to sit Penix? What are you going to do?
Huh?
What are you going to do with
Yeah.
Tua down there?
I
You gonna
don't know.
sit
Yeah,
Penix?
I don't know. But they're not happy down here. They're not happy. They're not happy. Like, why? You know what I mean? Why? You know, with Tua, I mean, talk about Mike Evans, man. Tua is one hit away from,
Yep.
not to be funny,
Yeah.
but raising his hands up in the air again. You know what I mean? Like I do.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, who's
Well,
the starter?
yeah.
Is it Tua or
I think
who's the starter? I don't even know.
I think Tua is going to start. I mean,
Is he gonna
hopefully
start?
Stefanski can. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if Penix is going to be even ready because remember he tore his ACL, so he might not even be ready to play.
right.
But
Yeah.
you know, hopefully Stefanski is just got stuff sorted out. You know, hopefully he's not going through what he went through in Cleveland with the whole, Shador and Gabriel and Flacco and the herky jerkiness of trying to organize. So hopefully he's like, look, all right, I got it together now, and we're starting this guy, and because I mean he's got a lot of weapons. He really has a good team, and they got good coaching. They really do have a good team. They should not do bad this year.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. As always, guys, appreciate the insights. Good stuff for sure. Hey, if you like our podcast, guess what? We're all online, all the major social media channels. We're on YouTube, like and subscribe. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. All emails, as always, go to jermaineenough@gmail.com. So feel free to do that. And check us out on all the major social media platforms, in addition to all the major streaming channels like Spotify, iTunes, all of that. You can check us out on all those. We appreciate everybody. I think last week I saw just alone, didn't we get like 38 downloads, Trey, in like 1 week or something?
40 something. Yeah.
More? Okay. It's a little more than that. So we thank all of you for that.
Listeners.
That's an incredible week for, so we're building up here little by little. We appreciate everybody in the chat. User as always if you don't see the All Dressed Up podcast, check them out every other Sunday night, 9:00. They're on 2 weeks from now. They were just on this past Sunday. It was a horrible show, so you didn't miss much, but it was a good show. It was good stuff, man. They always do some good stuff, except for KD, who's a little shady. But
Oh wow.
YouTube.com. Check us out on there as well. All our videos, click on that live tab. That gets us all our latest videos that we're streaming. So make sure you check that out as well. Any other closing thoughts, guys, before we roll out on here on free agency?
We'll be back. We'll be back for the draft after the draft, right? Are we doing draft?
Yep.
night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're doing draft, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll find out, man. Let's do it.
Looking forward to it. Hoping. Hey, right now, the only thing for free agency, I hope there's still, a couple more surprises to come.
Yeah, I think so. You know what I was thinking though? Why do I have this feeling in the bottom of my stomach that Myles Garrett is still in play?
With the Eagles, you mean? Really?
Why do I feel that?
Wait,
I mean,
Jalen Carter up?
Huh?
Jalen Carter for Myles Garrett?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I was driving. I said, you know what? I said I wouldn't be surprised. Howie's just sitting back. You know how Howie is. I mean, he don't show his hand. Then all of a sudden, boom, Eagles got Myles Garrett. Because Myles Garrett's still not happy in that. With Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah,
guys.
that's true. No, that's true.
I got this feeling. I don't know what's going to happen.
He told the public that, I think it was today or yesterday that Carter's going to stay, but we'll see,
Yeah, I know they was working on the extension because Jordan.
Yeah, but no, that's a good point.
I don't know. I just got this feeling. I just have this feeling that Howie's going to do something above and beyond, man. Does this blow our minds, So
he always does. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
Trade away Hurts and AJ Brown.
Yeah, Myles Garrett for AJ Brown.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, that'd be it. That would be a true Howie move, man.
Yeah,
He's
something like that. Yeah,
You know, everybody always talks about Howie fleecing teams, man. That certainly would be like, yeah, we got the better deal here.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we get Myles Garrett, that's it. Nobody's not fooling with Howie anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, how the hell did you pull this off? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Oh my God, that would be
yeah. I'm just
in
saying.
Hef's word, that'd be diabolical.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great week. We'll do this again soon. We'll keep you interested.
You can do what you got. Yep.
There
All right.
you go.
That's it.
Bye.
Dre lost internet.
Oh, you lost the internet?
Yeah. But he couldn't have because we would be out. I think we would be out the room.
Yeah,
he's
the host. So.
He's a host. Yeah.
I mean, it's thunderstorming here, but it's not that bad yet. I mean,
yeah, no, it stormed here, but I did all right with the internet.
Of course, I figured out, and I forgot to do it. I figured out how to keep my phone from pinging. I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
No control. Yeah, the internet.
We're still
Dre's on the phone. Yeah, the internet.
All right, because it's still actually broadcasting.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, so make sure you don't say anything bad about Hef.
Oh, you ended it? Okay, all right. Okay.
No, he didn't end it.
He did?
It didn't end because it still says on air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dre said Mike. Yeah, he said it ended. So I don't know. All right.
Maybe we all got to back out of it.
Yeah, maybe we all got to back out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
All right, fellas. We'll catch up.
All right.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
See ya later.